The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Heyo.
Morning.
Dun, dun,
Just
dun,
outside
dun,
chatting to the
dun, dun.
supernovas.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're clever. That Dex generation. But don't you think we're talking about the things they can do? Like Ash's son
Doing
just
maths.
made... Oh,
Sometimes they're clever, but sometimes they're not.
oh.
I feel like sometimes you have a chat to them and they're like, how did you not learn that at school?
Simple stuff?
Yeah.
Like
Like what?
budgeting
Spelling?
or spelling.
Maybe not spelling, but like, you know, like the first Prime Minister of Australia.
Oh, yeah, Edward Barton.
Yeah, but they don't know that. I don't think they know who Burke and Wills, what they did.
Oh, I wonder.
Yeah, they
Wentworth, Blacksworth and Lawson, those three.
What did they do?
They were the Blue Mountains and stuff, I think.
was Burke and
Yeah,
Wills the
explorers. We
people
learned
that-
about explorers.
Right, okay.
But are they
See? See, Buzz did.
But I think for me, you retain the information you want to retain. So you might learn about it, but I've never needed that info in my life ever since,
Yeah, good point.
you know?
Good
I
point.
think tax would be a good one to learn at school.
Yeah, budgeting,
Budgeting, tax.
Yeah.
cooking, like how to make a nutritious meal.
nutrition? would be
Food
good.
groups, nutrition.
I did food studies at school as an elective.
Oh, okay.
And to
Food
be
studies.
fair, I
Yes.
could have been taught all of that stuff, and I just wasn't paying attention. There's that as well.
Maybe you just
I didn't pay
you
attention.
keep in your brain what you want to keep in your brain, right?
Maybe.
Like you guys can name all the 1984 Parramatta team, but you don't know
Yeah.
the explorers of the country.
Paul Taylor, who was a fullback. Eric Groth was on one wing.
Yeah.
They had Zip Zip and Mick Cronin in the centres. Brett Kenny and Peter Sterling, of
Yeah.
course.
Was that Neville Glover?
No,
No.
he wasn't. Neville Glover.
When was he?
Who's never Glover?
I don't know. I
Yeah.
thought he was. I thought that was a character from the Chopper movie. Oh, that was Neville Bartos.
Neville Bartos. Anyway, yeah.
Anyway, we could go on for hours, couldn't we?
Well, let's do it. Why have I got a picture here of?
Yeah, it's bloody everywhere.
Hey, have they?
The girls from sales have been in here.
Yes.
I don't know. There's a good food and wine show box over here. And the girls from sales have, I think, brought it in.
Yes. I got Rachel and Amber with their photos over
Yeah, I
here.
got one as well.
Yeah, what's going on?
What are you doing in our studio?
Yes.
Neville Glover played for Parramatta 1975 to 1981.
That's before my sweet
Wow,
spot.
that's my
Yeah.
sweet spot. The
That's
70s.
That's a good get.
yeah.
That was a good get.
I didn't know that.
Someone has been in here because it explains why my chair's all funny again.
Oh, no.
Every day I come in and someone's been on
No,
my chair.
Who's sitting on your chair?
I don't know, but look at it.
Who's been sitting in my chair?
You know, it's podcast people. It's bloody podcasts. Taking over the world, they are.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
2007 is the year we're going back to.
What's the punting like?
Let's go through. You can vote Ash Lutzi and Susie O'Neill on Instagram. 16% of the votes currently in last. Lutzi,
Oh,
your one.
Timberlake.
Okay. That's fine. 16. Yeah. Almost conceding at that point.
Well, yeah, that's out of
I think so.
out of contention. What would you say is Timberlake's biggest song though?
well, Summer Love is a huge song, and that was on the list.
Crimea River.
Crimea River.
Crimea River, yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Nice.
nice. Huh?
Senorita.
Senorita.
I love JT. I think he's a good actor. There you go.
Good film
It's
clips.
controversial.
In 20% in third, Mika. A nice feel-good song, though.
Yeah.
The only time you're going to hear it, so let's dance. Grace Kelly is Prince Albert's mum, right? Is that right?
Is that right?
I'm looking at Nick.
Hang on.
She? I got the wrong person.
What? So, like, if you'd have married Prince Albert,
Yeah,
which you could have,
Yeah. Prince Albert.
Grace Kelly would have been your mother-in-law.
Prince Albert
That
mum.
can't be right.
The hook's about to end, so we'll move on.
I can't find it. Can someone do the work for me?
In
Please.
second place,
Yes.
We'll get there.
Okay, I'll Google.
with 31% of the votes,
Are you serious?
31, though.
still very tight though. Anything can happen at this point. This is bittersweet for me as well, because that obviously means my song is first, but I much would prefer to hear this one.
It's pretty close.
Yeah. Well, I've got Good Charlotte Dance Floor Anthem at 33%.
I'm going to say, honestly. hype.
Yeah.
I need a late charge to the line. Come on, get on vote. My Chemical Romance.
If I don't win, I will be tuning into, well, if I do win, sorry, I'll be tuning into Mel Tresina to hear some My Cam on Nova.
Yeah. And by the way, voting is compulsory.
Yes, absolutely. We will find you if you don't.
We find you.
And I can confirm that Grace Kelly could have been my mother-in-law.
What?
It's Prince Albert of Monaco's mother.
So who's the dad?
Who's the daddy?
King Rainer.
King Rainer.
Prince Rainer III.
Prince Rainer, yeah. Remember Prince Rainer
Grace
III.
Kelly, she died in a car accident.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And you're my daddy. The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I did something I haven't done for ages this morning.
Oh, yeah.
Second day in a row you've done this.
Yeah. I'm wearing Cliff's underpants.
Oh.
Because I am so slack with my washing. I don't know. I've given up on most things in life at the moment. I'm having such a good break, but I realised I went to get some undies out this morning. Not a single pair in there. Not even my team issue.
The Waddle.
I have these Waddle team issues that I got from Tokyo,
Yeah.
which are granny undies, but
You have several pairs of them, don't you?
I must have 5 pairs of those.
What's those all in a dirty clothes basket?
I don't know. Well, I thought I've washed
What do you
everything,
mean
but I've
you
been.
don't know?
Well, they must be, but then there's clean. But there must be more in the clean washing, and you know when you just search through it really quickly in a basket, and I can't find any.
Yeah.
So I thought, oh, what's Cliff got in his cupboard? And boys' undies are so comfy, aren't they? I'm wearing some Alpha
Oh,
Alpha what?
Alpha brand.
Alpha brand.
it's Kmart, I
boxers.
think, isn't it?
It's Kmart brand.
Yeah.
I probably bought them for him
What have I got on today?
back in the day.
Oh, I've just
Yeah,
got
and
boring
then I
ones
thought
on.
I better wear baggy jeans though, so you can't see my what's it called for girls? VPL. So you can't see my VPL.
All of us in here trying to work what that
I'm
acronym
Googling it.
means.
I'm going to Google
VPL.
that. You keep talking, I'm going to Google.
So I can't
What's
say what it is.
VPL mean?
And I'm wearing baggy jeans, so you can't see my VPL.
Oh, I got it, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Visible
Visible
panty
panty
lines.
line.
Right.
Visible panty lines. Anyway, they're really comfy, and I think I might do more of it. Maybe I'll buy myself some men's pairs because they're actually more comfortable than girls' pairs. Because I don't know.
Is
the
there
waist
an
is better.
equivalent? Like what? Is there a similar
There's probably
thing that
Bonds sort
have
of
those women's
boy
I
pants.
see Charlotte Caslick in the ads.
The tradie ones. Tradie
I
ads.
don't know
tradie
what it is,
undies?
but I just see
Yes.
it. That's what I think of when I think of those boyish.
Is she wearing them in the ads?
Yeah. I just think of her not wearing them around the streets. I've seen Charlotte Caslick on the ads. She
Yeah.
could be listening. They said, why did you do that then? I was trying to be really normal then. I like Charlotte
I
Caslick.
know you
She's
do.
great.
I know you really like her.
Yeah.
You think she's great.
I do.
I know you do. That's why I think it's funny that you imagine her in underpants.
I'm not imagining her on the TV ads.
That's
Now
weird.
I am
Charlotte-
imagining her,
Charlotte
and I wasn't
Caslick
even thinking of her.
wears the is
and
it
now I'm
tradie?
imagining her in her
Charlotte,
underpants.
In men's
Charlotte
underpants.
who's the Australian Rugby Sevens
Yeah, I know she is.
captain. We could get her on actually.
Yeah, we
Oh,
should get her on us.
we could have got her on before this.
Because they're not in the Commonwealth Games anymore.
Hey, Charlotte, they're all talking about your underpants. Can you come on and talk to everyone
Yeah.
about
Charlotte
it?
Caslick.
And do you wear men's style?
I'm not making this up.
Underpants.
Please tell me she's on those ads.
No,
otherwise-
she is. She, what is it like? What's
I
the
think
brand?
it's tradie. I'm sure it's tradie. It's the same one as the honey badger.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That's tradie.
Yeah.
something
Tradie.
brother, yeah.
Tradie, is it?
I should
Yeah.
do some ads for them.
So they
For
go
Alpha.
all right,
Yeah,
do
you
they?
should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good. They're so comfy. Heaps more comfortable than girls, which is like most things with clothes with men, don't you think? Most men's clothes are more comfortable than girls. Like I'm going to lunch today.
I can't imagine wearing a thong G-string.
Oh.
To me, that'd be
I do not like them.
very
at all.
uncomfortable.
Most ladies wear them every day and say they're more comfortable than normal underpants.
Well, on the beach, what do you wear these days? Because I'll tell you what, everyone's wearing those Brazilian briefs these
The
days.
togs up their bum.
Yeah,
I don't wear them, and I don't like them, and I think they're bad for the sun. And
yeah.
I'd like to categorically say that I think that they don't look great.
Well,
Okay. It's your opinion. You're
well,
entitled to.
I disagree, but that's my opinion.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
So I'm taking off after the show today. I'm heading up to
Gary,
Gari.
I heard you talking about that. Why? Are you leaving early?
I'm doing an episode of Creek to Coast with Scotty Hillier.
Ah,
Yeah,
right.
which I've done a few of them over the years.
Okay.
It's like my 6th one, I think. I was adding them up the other day. But yeah, this is going to be, so I'll be broadcasting live from Gari
Oh,
That's cool.
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Whereabouts exactly?
at Eurong.
We should take the
Okay.
show.
Yes.
Seems like
Hey,
obvious.
listen,
Hey.
I'm up for that.
How many years ago did we all go there? We went this time of year because it was
Fraser, yeah.
November 11. Remember?
Was it?
It was a.
Was it?
It was a.
We had a nice photo at that. When
An
the
army day. What's
sand goes down to that
Yeah.
water. What was that place called? It was nice.
Wobby Lake.
Wobby Lake.
Yeah. Is it? Yeah.
Susan and I had a wonderful photo.
Yeah.
We did.
The three of us, or just two?
No, he left and we had a nice photo.
Did we?
No, it was a great photo, the two of us. We had great photos, actually, all of us. Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
a really good trip.
We went to Central Station.
Oh, that was a beautiful fern place.
Yeah, that's Central Station,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the rainforesty
The
place.
beautiful creek.
Right in the middle, Eli Creek.
That's the we float down on.
That's
a,
my favourite
on a
bit.
tube.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
that's
we
like
didn't
a party
even-
sort of place. Oh,
we-
not party, but you know.
Yeah. It's like the surface paradise of
Yes.
Gary. It's where all the you go there in the middle of
It's
summer.
the Cavill Avenue.
It is. It's Cavill Avenue of
Yeah.
Gary. But this is just going to be a fishing trip.
On the beach? Or, yeah, you wouldn't take boats out, would you?
No,
You're
no, no,
driving.
no. We've got I'm taking my 4-wheel drive, and I'm taking Archie. I'm taking my youngest, and Scotty's got. He was meant to take his son, but now he's taking his brother.
Will Archie make his television debut?
He thinks he's going to be famous.
Yes.
he seriously thinks he's going to be famous.
I want to see what. Just let him
Yeah.
pack his own bag and see what clothes he
That's
thinks.
great.
Yeah, because he thinks he's going to be a national television
Yeah.
star.
Yeah,
Like,
he-
just honestly, just what he wears. Like, don't pack him anything. Just
Yeah,
let him decide
by his own device.
what he's going to wear. I'm fascinated to see what he wears for TV.
Yeah, all right. I'll do that
That's
for
a
sure.
good one.
He's so excited by, like he loves fishing, which is
Yeah.
great because like we'll fish hard, which is going to be unreal. And Archie he'll do that all day, and it won't matter if it's raining or whatever. Archie's not a whinger, so he'll be good. But he thinks as a result of this, well, it's his big brain, like
Yeah,
you
he's
know.
getting some followers.
He's
That's what he's thinking. He's
Oh.
thinking big numbers on the
Yeah,
ground.
I didn't even think of that,
Yeah.
but yeah, he's
Imagine his first cross. He's like, awesome fishing with Dad and the team in my new Maui gyms.
life is like a flower.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Okay, Gina Chick, who we've spoken to before on the show, has actually come into the studio right now. So it's great to have you in here. And if you're asking yourself, who is Gina Chick? Gina won the very first version of the Australian Alone, which is a juggernaut of a series. I think it's the best show, bar none, on television. It's reality show that is genuine reality.
You watch that more than anyone.
I've watched so many, like the American version, the Australian version. There's so many versions from all around the world, and Gina won the very first Australian Alone last year, and she's got a new book out. So lengthy introduction.
No,
but just wanted to
but
give
a nice one. Thank
some
you.
context. How
Yes.
are you?
I'm really good, thank you. It's really nice to actually see you instead of being on the other end of a phone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good to be here.
Just for people who aren't aware of Alone, the show, and as I said, it's real reality
Yes, it
TV.
is.
Explain the concept of the show and what you actually did.
Sure. Am I allowed to swear on this thing? Or
Yeah.
No. Okay.
So, not the F word.
Not the F
Don't
word.
drop the
okay,
F
no
word.
F bombs.
Or
but I
C
can,
words.
You know,
The other
no,
ones.
not the two big ones.
Yeah.
Okay. So the premise of Alone is this: 10 Australians of dubious sanity get dropped into some absolutely horrific, winter landscape to survive as long as possible. With only their wits and 10 items that they get to choose from a very small list. There's no camera crews, there's no producers. They've got 70 kilos of gear so that they can film themselves. And then the last one standing wins. The only way you can leave is you can press a red button on a satellite tracking device, which is basically, I've just been bitten by a snake or bones are sticking out or something. Come and get me because I'm going to die. And I hope they make it before you, it'll be an hour before they get to you. So, you want it to be a little
Where'd you do
snake.
yours? Homebush?
You're one of them, aren't you?
He's the funny one.
You're the funny one. So the second way that you can leave is
Where did you do yours? Seriously?
Tassie.
Tassie. No, Tassie.
Southwest Tassie in winter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's worse than Homebush.
Yeah, no, it is definitely worse than Homebush. Or you can call up on a satellite phone and say, this is the most rubbish idea I've ever had. I need a coffee, get me out of here. You can fail a med check, which means they're like, you're starving to death, you're going to die.
And that happens quite regularly,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
yeah.
Against their will, the docs will come out
and
they'll
just
do
go,
a
that's
spot
it,
check.
you're out.
Yeah.
Or someone you love jumps out from behind a bush and says, you're the last one standing, surprise, you've won. And that's what happened to me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because you're not kept up to date. Like
No, you got no
as-
idea. You're
yeah.
completely on your own.
Yep.
Like it's not, it's not like Bear Grylls who goes home to a hotel at night, or the film crew are like dropping your little protein bars or anything. There is no film crew. It's just completely solo. You don't run into anyone else. You got no idea what else is going on until they turn up and go, it's over. Come on, let's go out.
And I was fascinated. I watched the show as well, but I was fascinated with who jumped out to surprise you and that backstory, which I think is
Yeah.
going to be in your book. Can you take us through quickly
Yeah.
that? Because you've had some big tragedies in your life, which I
Yeah.
think helped you in this
Yeah,
Alone show.
yeah, it's interesting. So this book, which is called We Are the Stars, it's not about Alone. A lot of people are like, oh, it's the Alone story, and actually, it's about everything that happened so that I could do what I did when I went out on Alone. Because the thing that happened when I was out on Alone is I did this show in a way no one's ever done it, in that I didn't suffer. I thrived. I danced around like an absolute beep wit in the moss. I took off my, self beeping. I took off my shoes. I danced in the moss. I sang to a platypus, which I made friends with one. I was like every day in this landscape that was just brutal. It was like mud and dead trees, and I thought I was going to have like these beautiful snow-capped mountains and fish sort of like swimming away and me dancing around a beach, and it was brutal. But I loved it and I thrived. And I was part of nature rather than apart from nature. And I get asked all the time, how did you do that? Because when they pulled me out, I was really pissed off. I was like, I've got 3 more weeks of food actually with me. I want to get to 90 days.
In your body.
You assholes. So like, don't take me out, but they did. So this book is actually the story of everything that's happened in my life so that when I went out there, I could, thrive. And one of the things that's happened is we're going to go deep straight away. Okay. I lost my daughter it's 11 years ago now. And the man I was married to at the time, beautiful man named Lee True, he and I, in the aftermath of that, we tried to have more kids, and, I was too old. And so we broke up so that he could be a dad again. And I'm now godmother to his 2 daughters. But he was the one that I chose to jump out, if I won, to jump out from behind the bush. And if you haven't seen Alone, even if I wasn't in it, I think it is one of the most amazing bits of Aussie TV or TV at all. The moment when he jumps out and says you've won is just, it's so fabulous. Yeah, love it.
Wow. That's a lot to take in.
Yeah, there you go. It's like in 2 minutes.
It's
gonna be a good book.
What is the book about specifically? Is it about your connection to nature, or is it?
It's about everything. So, people so funny. I laugh when people say it's a celebrity memoir, and I'm like, what celebrity? And they're like, you. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm not a celebrity. Because a celebrity memoir is usually, and this happened, and this happened, and this happened. But I've written this as a novel. I've written this in the voice of all of the different aspects of my life. And so it starts with the year of 6, then the year of 10, then the year of 15, and so on. And the voice of the narrator, me, changes so that when you're reading it, you're actually going through this magic carpet ride, which then takes you through my bonkers childhood, free-range childhood, raising animals, chewing up seed to spit it in birds' mouths at school, and then getting like bullied like crazy, falling out the back of a car that my dad was driving at 100 kilometres an hour with my sister and surviving, like just crazy stuff. Ending up as a bodyguard for an all-female security mob called Charlie's Angels in Sydney.
I read
Yeah.
And then falling into the arms of a con man.
Fell in love with a con man, broke my life. Ended up I've flown a fighter jet, flew around the world in the private jet with a billionaire. Like, I've done some mad stuff. And along the way made every possible mistake you can make as a human, and had to figure out life by doing it. It's my whole attitude is like, what's the blessing in the lesson? How can I take whatever's happened to me and mine it so that I'm a wiser human? And I start out a very unwise human and con man. Woof. As a life choice, let me say I don't recommend it. but as a path to wisdom, it was a great one. So by the time we get through all of that, it's like then the nature connection really starts to kick in, because what I've found in my life is that I am happiest and most at home when I'm in nature somehow. And like I study hunter-gatherer connection and the wisdom of hunter-gatherers. And like for me, I feel like I'm a Stone Age human in a modern world, in a modern body going, what the heck just happened? But it's very easy to go outside and start to make those connections. And so I teach people how to do that. And this book is also another way to sort of like, just to, I guess, offer a magic carpet ride that can open people up to some new ways of living.
It sounds fascinating. It's called We Are the Stars. It's available online. You can get it in good bookstores.
Yeah,
as
you
well,
can get it in most
course.
of the bookstores, actually. It's been I'm on this book tour. I'm doing 35 events all over the country. So I'm just in hotels, and last night I was at the Powerhouse. But the other thing is, at the end of each of these events, I get everyone singing in 3-part harmony.
Oh, can we
and
do
they're all like standing on their feet. Yeah, no, we just did it last night. 400 people on their feet.
Okay, Kumbaya.
my lord.
Come on there.
Pub choir, what is it called?
Yeah.
pub
Guys,
choir.
I'll sing harmony.
Did you do the audio for your audio book?
Yeah, I did the audio book as
That's
well.
cool. I reckon that'd be
Yeah.
good.
So I want to get this.
Your voice,
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
yeah, no, and the thing I realised with the audio book, because I don't listen to
I
audio.
did. I read, listened to the first one ever, recently. Yeah,
Oh,
it was really powerful.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Well,
yeah.
the thing I realised when I was recording it was it's not reading the story, it's creating a three-dimensional landscape that people can walk around in
100%,
with your voice.
Yeah.
And once I got that, I was like, oh,
It
because
adds
I'm a
another
musician.
dimension. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, right. So I'd sort of throw my voice here and slow it down and,
Yeah.
the different voices.
Yeah.
And so it becomes this landscape. And it's such a visceral book. You'll find when you read this book, it's written like a novel rather than a,
I'm going
Have
to
you
read
read
it.
it?
No, you're like, we could speak to you for hours, I reckon.
Yeah, no. Like,
Get the book.
let's
We Are the
go.
Stars.
Definitely going to read it. It's called We Are the Stars. Gina Chick. Lovely to see you in person.
Thank you. Really lovely to be here. Thank you so much for having me and for singing a little bit as well.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I'm smarter than Suse.
Brighton Homes includes aircon, flooring, steel frames and solar as standard. You don't need to be smarter than Suse to discover why it's better with Brighton.
Good morning, Sammy out of Torble.
G'day, legend.
What's going on? What is
just at
going
work.
on?
Oh, just getting all excited for the weekend,
Oh, yeah.
Hey, how lucky are you? $2,000 we're playing for.
I know.
That's huge.
Oh, it says it's your birthday tomorrow.
No.
It is.
What am I doing?
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Look out.
Treat yourself.
What's going on for the birthday?
I'm actually going to Stratty for Island Vibes, so that should be fun.
Talk us through Island vibes.
Oh, it's like this festival that they have over there. They've got like reggae bands. They come like from all around the world and that. So
That
North
sounds-
Stratty?
That sounds sweet.
yeah, North
Actually,
Stratty. Yep.
We're all googling it.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like a
absolutely
4-day. It's like a 3-4 day festival over there.
Oh, how good's that?
Yeah.
Island vibe, yeah. Break out the rum and the coconuts. That's what it says here.
Tequila and pineapple juice all the way, boys.
Island vibe.
Island vibe.
Yeah.
How good's that?
That sounds so good. Are you camping?
Yep.
Where's the program?
Yeah, no, a mate's got a Airbnb over there, so we'll just be going to Amity Point and getting out the guitars and the bongos and some poise and stuff and have a bit of fun.
You got it
The old
made.
bongos.
That will be a big weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
All right, well, let's give you $2,000 spending money.
All right, come on,
You-
let's do it. I'm going to give it a crack.
You can hit the pub over there and be living large, ordering the steaks and everything.
Watch out.
Make sure
Yeah.
you check out Uncle Groover on the Chai and Vibe stage, and then don't forget Uncle Rooter
Yep.
later in the day.
The Sugar Funk Fairies,
They're there as well.
they'll be there as
Fun
well.
fancy. Look, kids are all over it.
Yeah, they got District Dub City as well playing out there.
Yep.
Wax Addicts,
Nice.
Wax
all
Addicts.
going on.
Not in
All
the
right.
system, unfortunately.
Sammy,
Yesy.
I really want you to win. Let's go. 30
Oh, me
seconds on the
too.
clock. Your time starts now. In dice games, snake eyes refers to rolling double what?
1.
True or false, there is a 40-kilometre long crater on the moon named Brisbane.
False.
Which fairy tale features a witch who lives in a gingerbread house?
Gingerbread man, I don't know.
In which British country would you find Balmoral Castle?
Oh, I don't know.
Spell mythical?
It's called M-I-M. No, actually, don't know.
Stop clock!
Quite smart. You pulled up with a bit of time left in your in your kick pocket, as they say. Interesting.
Come on, Susie. Oh, Jesus.
How long did Sammy have on the clock?
1 second left, Sammy.
1 second left.
Yep.
Come on, we've got to get you some money. Got to get
I
you
know.
some money. You'll be, you
I
know,
think Susie's got the one from over
Yeah.
wherever it is.
Well said.
Pippy Lips playing out there, Sammy.
What?
Pardon?
Pippy Lips
The Pippy Lips, I don't think. You know what? I think they're playing on the
on the backstage.
On the
What about
backstage.
Spank and Hide? They
Not
gonna
Is
be
that
on?
on Saturday?
Oh,
That could be
Spank and Hide's on Saturday. Are
You know,
they?
I think this is the last Island Vibe Batch Tradie, by the way. Did you know
Yeah,
that?
it is. It's the last one ever. Yep.
Oh, you
Correct.
Let's
Go out with a bang.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope so.
Let's bring in the Gimp.
Bring in the game. Bring in the game. Bring in the game.
Thank you, Carmel.
Susie O'Neill! Hold the phone, Freddie! Susie O'Neill! It will be a miracle! You won't see anything like that again this year!
Scaramucci are headlining from Jamaica. Just so.
Oh, Jamaican that up.
Scaramucci.
Yeah. They're flying over.
I listened to his podcast.
Yeah.
How good's that? Suze, are you ready?
Yep. Hang on, give me 2 seconds.
Just okay.
She's got a bit of gas.
Yes.
Just had an orange.
Oh,
I'm trying to get my fruit in.
yeah.
All right. You good? All right, let's
That
go.
wasn't me, everyone.
Let's
that,
go.
That was someone else in the room.
Are you ready, Suze?
I'm ready as
Come on.
anything.
Ready as you can be.
Ready.
30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. In dice games, snake eyes refers to rolling double what?
8.
True or false, there is a 40-kilometre long crater on the moon named Brisbane.
False.
Which fairy tale features a witch who lives in a gingerbread house?
Little Red Riding Hood.
In which British country would you find Balmoral Castle?
England.
Spell mythical.
MYTHICAL.
Stop the clock.
Is it
Jeez.
a country
Hold
or
it. Double Tuco.
Hey!
Playing for $2,000.
Yeah!
You always went M.Y. Thickle.
You have to trying to do it quick.
Yeah.
It's funny, your brain, isn't it? What
Yeah,
it
it is,
does.
I know,
Does
crazy.
weird things.
With the yeah, England's a country.
Was it? I didn't. When I said it, I'm like, did you say city or country? I wasn't sure.
In my mind, he said country, but
Okay, we'll start from the bottom and work up. That's a band playing over at Island Vibes, by the way. Sammy, you'll have to check them out.
Oh, loving it.
Yeah. Okay. Mythical. You said just stop the clock there, Sammy, and save yourself
Yep.
some time. Sue said MYTHICAL. That is correctamundo. And Sue's leads 1-0. In which
Good
British
on.
country would you find
Sammy.
Balmoral Castle? Sammy said, I don't know. Sue said England.
Is it London? No.
Correct answer is Scotland.
is it really?
It's Scotland, Balmoral Castle. That's one of the rules?
Yeah. That's where they stay on their holidays. Can you believe
Yeah.
they go to Scotland on their holidays? Like,
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah.
it's all drizzly and rainy and cold.
Yeah.
That's where William pushed Harry and he fell over the dog bowl.
Was that there?
For real.
Nope. I know.
Oh, you made it up.
No, that happened. It's in the book, I think, but I don't know that it was at Balmoral.
It's been Christmas there.
Don't be telling untruths here, mate. Okay.
We called it Roundheads versus Cavaliers.
It's not the time or the place.
That was
so
at
wrong.
Balmoral.
That's so wrong.
Which fairy tale features a witch who lives in a gingerbread house?
Mustard.
I don't remember what either of you said, but Hansel and Gretel.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
It is, and it's still 1-0 Suze. True or false, there is a 40-kilometre long crater on the moon named Brisbane. You both said that's false.
I'd like to think there is.
It's true.
Wow.
I was going to say true because I thought it was a weird question.
It's such a weird one, isn't it?
It's
Same.
like
Oh, you should have.
Yeah.
even Lockie's not that obscure.
But-
Or Chris Jones, whoever
Oh, yeah, that's right.
writes
Yeah.
the quiz in the paper.
It's 1-0 to Suse, and the final question is in dice game. Snake
Jesus
eyes
Christ,
refers
guys.
to rolling double what? Sue said double 8. Sammy said double 1s. Sammy, you're correct.
Jesus, what's the time?
It's
oh my
1-1,
God.
and it comes down to time.
No,
Sammy looking for
Sammy.
$2,000 to head off to Island Vibes
Oh.
this weekend at
Are you
Stratty.
kidding?
Okay, so she could be living at large.
Come on.
Over a point
Let's
lookout, over to Buzzman for the time.
All right,
Let's go,
Sammy, you
Buzzman.
didn't have a lot of time left, and just a reminder, if it is a draw, you win. You had 1 second left, and Susie had 2 seconds left.
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry, Sammy.
What are you trying to cheer?
No, you're not, Susie. I want a
Susie
birthday
wins.
card.
Someone
Birthday
wins.
card. To be sure, to be
Oh,
sure.
Sammy.
So close.
I'll give you a card if
Oh,
someone organises it.
Like
Birthday
that'll
card.
be funny,
Oh.
yeah.
Is that a car?
Oh, man.
The card. She said she wants a birthday card.
Oh, that's rough.
That's rough.
You
as
know
it
what?
gets.
You're still going over to Australia, seeing all those
I
bands.
sure am.
Here, send me
Yeah.
another cave. I'll get you.
Load her up.
Load her up.
Man, when you're dancing to the squirrel nut zippers, you're going to be like thinking, oh, no, I was so close but so far away.
Oh, it was. Susie gets them every time.
Every time.
I'll tell you what, I feel like this might be your vibe, given that you live over there near Bribey. It's a family pass to the Let's Go Brisbane Caravan and Outdoor Show.
Nice.
At the Brisbane Showgrounds. It seems like it's up your alley.
Yes.
Do you get into town much, Sammy, if I give you a $100 voucher for Commuter Cantina?
Sure.
Okay, you'll love it there. There's a couple of
I'll
different...
make a weekend of it.
Yeah, you should. That's awesome. $100 voucher to Commuter Cantina. And while you're in town, I'll give you a $100 Retros voucher.
Nice.
So you go in there, have the big fish bowls. They're delicious. And here's some great
Yummo.
80s and 90s music. You'll love it there at Retros in Brunswick Street Mall. There you go, Sammy. Enjoy the
Thanks,
weekend.
legend.
See ya.
Yoo-hoo.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Who were we talking about yesterday that was singing the Eminem song, Lose Yourself?
Imagine Dragons.
Imagine Dragon. Well, overnight I've seen that Obama, for some reason, at a rally, he got up to speak and Eminem was there as well. And then he did the same thing. He did the song as well. I'm just trying to get the audio off. I'm not sure if it's come through yet. Till be some sort of magic.
I don't think so.
What, he's got...
I told him
He
at least
did
1
lose
minute
yourself.
ago. Yeah. Maybe we can come back.
I remember
with
the
it
best
after
rendition I ever
6:30.
heard was like leaving the SCG one day when I was doing the cricket for a test match and getting in the cab and the ABC radio was on and Kerry O'Keefe.
Oh, I love him so
No.
much.
I did say the cabbie just put on the guy, can I listen to the cricket? And he put it on, him and Harsha Bogle, this Indian guy, used to have this great one-on-one.
Oh, yes.
Remember that?
Yeah, great. Because he was quite serious, the Indian
Yeah,
guy.
but he was a great, Harsha
Yeah.
Bogle was awesome as well. And all I remember was we turned the radio on and I don't know what the context was. I think, I don't know what it was. But anyway, it was Kerry O'Keefe teaching Harsha Bogle and Eminem.
Oh, how good.
And all I heard was, lose yourself in the moment.
The music.
The music.
Right, whenever
You
I
only
hear,
get one shot.
whenever I hear Harsha Bogle, I think of that time me and Lutzi were doing a breakfast at the Gabba. It was ahead of the test match started that day, and we did the pre-test match breakfast. We emceed it with Harsh, and we had to interview Harsha Bogle up on stage, and Lutzi was we were asking him about cricket in India, and Harsha says, "Oh, it's such a popular sport over there. 2 million people play cricket in India." And Lutzi goes, "Oh, it must be hell trying to find a gap in the outfield."
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Press play.
Get ready for the ultimate Halloween party on the Brisbane River.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill's Halloween cruise on Oasis. Your ultimate weekend escape on the Brisbane River.
You got your Temu yesterday, Ash. Did you get your costume from Temu?
I don't want to talk about my team. It hasn't turned up.
Oh, I thought you said you got it.
I got a notice saying it's coming
Oh, okay.
between 12 and 12:30. I was there,
Oh, no.
but like my food from the other night, it didn't turn up.
Really?
Yes.
I might have gone to the local post office.
Yeah, I think that's what's happened. I don't want to talk
Let
about
me
it.
check your
Sorry.
out, mate. I'll have a look for you.
Must be hard to find your house.
Yeah, well, I guess it is. Evidently, you're right.
It happened to me the other day, to be honest. Yeah, went to the post office though.
Anyway, I've got my costume for Halloween
What is
already
it?
sorted out. It's over in Samara's room.
Oh.
I'm leaving it in Samara's room.
What is it? This is a secret.
Oh, it's not a secret. It's the mask face. The scream, is it?
The scary mask.
The
droopy,
scary mask.
The droopy mask.
Yeah, no. The
Not
white
Jim Carrey
face.
mask.
The white face mask.
This is where we need Mitch.
Yeah, Mitch knows what
Friday
it is.
the 13th.
Yeah,
the
something
droopy.
like that. Yeah, of that ilk. Michael
Jason.
Myers.
Michael
Myers.
Yes.
And a cape or...
Yeah, it's got like a cape type thing, and it was meant to come, I think, with a chainsaw, but they couldn't get that, so she got me, strangely enough,
That guy?
a pirate sword instead. Yeah, that one. That's it. That's what I've got.
Okay.
It's got a bit of...
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's got a bit of Hannibal Lecter feel to
Oh,
it.
it's different to what I expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the droopy one.
No, that's Scream.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Sarah out of Rothwell. Won't you tell me your name? You're coming along. Now, what are you going to come as?
Yay! I come as Cruella from 101 Dalmatians.
Cruella DeVille.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good one.
She's like a witch.
Hopefully.
What is she? Is she a witch?
I remember I watched that movie.
I haven't seen that movie.
I took my grandma. For some reason, I took my grandma to watch that movie, and then halfway through the
Very
film,
strange.
Granny turns to me and she goes, "I don't like that woman." And I was like, well, "You're not meant to, Granny. Like she's the baddie in the film."
She is.
Yeah.
Your grandmother was... didn't understand the concept of villains.
Yes.
Like Beaches was the last film she saw.
Chill. Cruella. She's like a...
You don't remember that?
No.
I haven't seen the movie.
I've never heard that song.
I remember the cartoon when I was a kid, and she scared me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just thinking if you went back to Granny's and had crumb chops.
Yeah.
Yum.
We used to do that
Yeah.
every Thursday.
Yeah,
I
every
do that
Thursday.
Either that or rissoles.
What about the time she stole the prawns from that all-you-can-eat buffet you went to?
Oh, can you
And then
believe
the
it?
restaurant pulled her up and said, "We know that she's got all the prawns in her handbag."
What?
At Marina
talking
Mirage.
about?
She stole the
went to the
His grandma.
smorgasbord. Went to the
Oh, right,
smorgasbord
okay.
at Marina Mirage,
God
and she
bless her.
stole prawns and she stole the little desserts because.
In a handbag.
Well, I'm not going to eat them now, but I'll have them later.
Well, you're coming along, Sarah, on next Thursday. This time next week, we'll be getting ready for it. Congratulations.
So excited.
DJ
Thank
producers Shouse will be there as well. They got a new
Shouse.
song, Chains,
Yeah, Tina Arena.
available on all streaming platforms. It's going to be a great night.
This has gone viral again since the AFL Grand Final.
Yeah.
When she sang with Katy Perry.
Oh, she was amazing, Tina Arena. Her voice
she?
was better than Katy.
Really?
Perry's.
Yeah, I thought so.
It's
Yeah.
hard to tell there.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
The Prince is on. The Prince is on. The Prince is on. He's on the streets. The Prince is on.
Morning.
Hello,
It's
Mitch.
very new farmy where you are.
It is very new farmy. Brunswickly, as Lockie put it on the sheets. But I mean, we've been giving him a bit of hell the last couple of days about his clues and either how hard he's trying or how hard he's not trying enough, really. But Sue, you didn't seem to have a problem. We've been too hard on Lockie. You found me pretty easily.
Yes, no, it was great because I just lived down the road.
All right, so you're local anyway, so it all seemed pretty familiar to you,
Yes,
yeah?
it did, yeah.
So we got the church behind us, not Charlie's Angels, but St Michael's Angels, and then you guys can see on the screen in the studio there, the retired building, and I guess once you sort of look at it and go, that used to be a police station, you can kind of tell, but they're very much not anymore.
So where are you?
New Farm Police Station. We're at 653.
Sorry. There we go.
What is it now?
653
Is it
Brunswick Street.
Is it just a house now? Is it?
Then there's something going on, not a lot of signage going on, but there's a lot of signs saying no entry, so I don't know that I'm welcome to go over there and double check, but I'll tell you what, for you, Sue, it's a place where you just scored yourself $500 thanks to Innocence. Yeah. They're handing over 20% off for flooring, window furnishings, much more for all first responders, legit first responders, until November 10. But just for being my first responder and finding me this morning,
Sue,
500 cash.
Yes.
Sue, you have the right to remain cashed up.
Boom.
That's funny.
I'm on it.
Good on you,
Lockie,
Sue. Thank
Lockie
you.
wrote that for you, didn't he, Lutzy?
Yeah, that's right. Lockie wrote that.
Okay. That was a Lockie special. So thanks very much for Anderson's. Another $500 going off tomorrow. If you could be my first responder and be cashed up like Sue, $500 going off. So thanks, Sue.
Thank you very, very much.
There we go.
Thank you, Anderson.
The Ash, Lutzy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Yo! Bring it back.
Throwback Throwdown.
2007. The year we're going back to.
What year?
You should have been listening.
So I thought of
Sorry,
Sue's
Mr.
celebration.
Bazzini.
I thought of a word.
What did you think
It's
of?
a Sue's celebration.
Right.
Well, I've got Harvey Norman here, no interest.
Yeah, I mean, you went up, I think. 7.
Concede.
Yeah, so you had 16% at the beginning. You have 17 at the end. Still last, unfortunately.
Sorry, everyone. I'll be better next time.
Yeah. JT's what goes around comes around. So that's fourth. In third place, Grace Kelly, Mika, Susie song.
You know, I actually cheated for this competition today, this one.
Didn't cheat very well.
I didn't cheat very well. I'm spewing. I got
What do
help
you
from
mean?
the young people because I said, you guys were all out in the kitchen. I said, I'm going to cheat in this because I can never do well in this throwback throwdown thing. And I went in and I spoke to Lockie and I spoke to Nick and I said, pick me a song that's going to do well. So,
Surprisingly, Nick chose this.
Before we had access to the sheet?
Oh, that's not on.
Come on. And you're known for not cheating.
I know. I've never done it before.
Why?
So I think that's an automatic last place.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go to third.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lutzy goes to third. Susie in last.
You guys really upset.
I'm disappointed, Suze. I'm not upset.
No, that has to be.
I'm disappointed in you.
Wow. Yes.
It's tainted.
Turn your mic on, maybe.
You've
There
let
you go.
down your
Yeah.
family.
Yeah,
You've
I
let
have.
down yourself.
Yourself first and foremost.
But most importantly, you've let down your school.
I know, Linny's
I mean,
under me.
St. Louis, you know,
Louis,
hang your head in shame.
Take her off
St.
the
Louis,
wall.
Yes.
Shame.
Take her off the wall.
That is
Shame.
disgrace.
Come on, you're better than that. Don't do it again.
All right, so Susie's song now officially goes to last. Susie.
So I finished third.
And by the way,
Congratulations,
you
Lutzy.
got a podium.
keeper of the light, Lockie, you take
Yeah,
a
what
hit
the
for that
hell?
as well.
That's a good point,
Nick,
actually.
I mean,
Last we want to
Oh, no,
I mean, I ain't down with that.
systemic.
Yeah. How long has this been going on?
I made him do it.
Distance myself from this. It was all Nick.
I feel like I was coerced into it.
Well, that's okay. You know
She
what?
used her power as a host on me.
Yes.
It's
Well,
power dynamic. I
let's
couldn't say
unpack
no.
all of this in the
Hashtag.
podcast today.
Yeah.
So listen to the podcast
Quickly, we
yeah.
will, but
yeah.
yes.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
quickly today.
Yeah, we'll we'll record it in here.
Yeah, all right.
All right. There was a tight battle between first and second.
So just the.
This is the Mel
Tresina
Tresina
trophy.
in second with 31% of the votes.
Wow. You don't get to play it.
This is bittersweet for me. This is
So you won, but you didn't win.
be like if you're a Broncos fan and you beat the Broncos in a grand final and you won the premiership, the Roosters. You'd be happy that you win, but you would have loved to have seen the Broncos win a
I
premiership.
don't understand it, but yeah,
There's
I'll
a
agree
there's a
with it
message
anyway.
there somewhere.
There's a message.
There's a
Would have
message.
loved to have played it. The heart. This is what the heart wanted, but you snaked it.
You should have voted for it.
No, you couldn't.
No, I'm competitive.
No, but you got it before you could vote. What? Or something? I'm so confused.
Ash is booking flights somewhere.
Who won the damn thing? What are we
I
playing?
did 33% of the votes.
Just pray for flowers.
Just turn your mic on.
Good Charlotte. Dance floor anthem.
The Ash, Lutzy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I was doing an interview about the radio show yesterday, and he's like, "What sort of show do you do?" And I'm like, "Oh, well, the mainstay of it's probably this quiz that we do." And he's like, "What sort of stuff? Trivia?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh, you know, you good at trivia?" I said, "Oh, not bad." And he goes, "Let me test you. You must have asked me 5 questions. I didn't know any of the answers." He's like,
What sort of question?
What year did Australia become a federation?"
1912.
That's what I said. It's like 1902 or
1901.
What do we say?
1901.
Yeah.
What are we saying? 1912.
And then he said things, like really old exploring questions like you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, Wentworth, Blacksworth,
Yeah.
and those sort of gear.
I was
What
like,
a
I don't know.
little tip for young new players.
Yes.
Mum and the team at Burnborough had a trivia thing in the cinema the other day out at Burnborough.
Yeah.
Trivia day, and they got 40 out of 40. So, okay, someone was cheating, Mum, in the back row. But beyond that, at some point, someone, I think what the question was, it was on here on Monday. The same day it was on here, it was in their trivia comp, and Mum was about to go, that was on Nova today, and someone else yelled out, that was in the Courier Mail yesterday.
Oh, double up.
Just
Really?
saying. Just saying, if you want to do some research, there's areas you need to hit.
Yeah.
The Burnborough Trivia Night every Wednesday.
You've got to go to Burnborough Trivia.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Did you get the Obama footage audio in the end? We're talking about
him doing Eminem.
Eminem Lose Yourself.
Oh, right.
At a political event for Kamala Harris. So Eminem was up on the stage, and then after that, Obama came out and he sung Lose Yourself. Because yesterday we were talking about Imagine Dragons that sang Lose Yourself and their sort of version of it.
Got it here.
This is the, which one?
Obama.
Okay.
I have done a lot of rallies, so I don't usually get nervous. But I was feeling some kind of way following Eminem. Now I notice my palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy, vomit on my sweater already, mom's spaghetti. I'm nervous, but on the surface I look calm and ready to drop bombs, but I keep on forgetting.
That's awesome.
That sounds cooler than the Imagine
Yeah.
Dragons.
Doesn't it?
It just does.
Yeah.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
The Prince is on. The Prince is on. The Prince is on. Ooh, he's on the streets. The Prince is on.
Where are you? That actually looks interesting. Looks like some sort of theatre movie situation.
Yeah, the outdoor setup here at the Powerhouse Cinema. So, and I want to say, since the last time I came down, I'd say this screen has gotten bigger. This looks huge. It's going to be hosting some of the movies that are premiering here over the course of the Brisbane International Film Festival, which does actually kick off tonight. It's a movie I think actually you guys will be really interested in, Saturday night, and it's about the first ever broadcast of the first ever show of Saturday Night Live.
Oh, wow.
And so that's premiering tonight. It's a Queensland premiere of that film. So that's the official opening night.
Wow,
Another
that
one
sounds
we've
cool.
spoken about on the show previous is Unbreakable, the story of Yelena Dokic. That's the closing night film in just over a week and a half. So that's happening next weekend. But right here at the Powerhouse Outdoor Cinema tomorrow night is it's an Australian horror film, horror comedy, which I'm very looking forward to because, you know, we've got our good sort of real dark, you know, dramas like your Wolf Creek, right? You've got sort of a bit of a serial killer type thing, a man, but this a creature feature, you know. Where's our Jaws? You know, where's our giant, you know, snake films and things? Well, what are we going to do for Australia? We're going to have a killer kangaroo. My mate Rippy, as they're calling it. Okay, all right. He's got.
Oh my God, that actually scared me.
He's actually gnawing at me. There's no non-touching rule with this guy, this costume. But my mate Rippy here. So
we've seen the trailer for this, Mitch. It's called The Red, and it looks like an epic. This could be one of those real Australian cult classics.
It could become a cult classic. And I'll tell you what, the guy who produces it, Mitch, is a guy by the name of Judd Tillyard, who's a local Brizzy boy. He's been based in Toronto for a while, but Judd and I go back a long, long way. We've done plenty of things together. He's a great guy, and this film has got his fingerprints all over it. This is Judd Tillyard through and through.
Judd's out here tomorrow night. Director Ryan Coonan and a bunch of the staff as well. So it's a big world premiere for The Red that's happening tomorrow night. So that sort of tickles your fancy around Halloween time. I did say, you know, my mate Rippy around the corner might not look out of place at our Halloween cruise next week. I don't think as well. So maybe I can talk him into coming along. But if you want to come along to The Red, the Australian horror comedy, depends on how you look at your horrors, and you want to maybe laugh at the idea of a zombie kangaroo tearing its way through an Australian outback town.
The
trailer looks
amazing.
amazing. There's a couple of classic lines, and like I think we come like part of our vernacular. You know what I mean?
And you'll be the first to see it down here, the world premiere of The Red. You can get your ticket through biff.com.au, or if you want to give us a call, 13 24 10 right now. I'm looking at your seats right behind me, and you can secure your spots out here. Get your seats down here to come along to the world premiere tomorrow night. So the full of the cast and crew. I'm just looking here, a special guest. We're bringing an international talent out here, guys. Sir Bob Geldof is going to be here tomorrow night for the world premiere. He's coming out. He's mates with the crew behind the film, so he's going to be one of the other special guests out here. So yeah,
kangaroos coming back. Kangaroos going back.
No. Okay, all right. He's got that punch. It's a real jacked kangaroo too, and I think the kangaroo in the film is actually even bigger. It's like 7 foot tall zombie kangaroo. So get out here and experience the world premiere.
Kangaroo roided up in the film. He looks like he's completely roided up. If you ask me, I want him tested.
Have a listen. Have a listen to his sits there. Obviously, listen to it. Okay, good enough. All right, all right. Give us a call 13 24 10 now. Secure your world premiere tickets to The Red, all part of Biff 2024. Otherwise, jump on to biff.com.au and see the full slate of film. I can't talk to you guys. He's behind me, isn't he? But jump on board. See all the film slate for the next week and a half. Okay. Get away, Rip.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I'm smarter than Suse.
Brighton Homes includes aircon, flooring, steel frames and solar standard. You don't need to be smarter than Suse to discover why it's better with Brighton.
Amy out of Caboolture.
Hello.
Hello. Are you in the Smoko van at the moment?
I am.
Hit the horn for us. I just want to check.
I've probably got all my workmates are probably listening to you as well.
Go on, hit the horn. It's fair enough. A Smoko van. What's your number one selling product? Is it a pie?
No, honestly, energy drinks.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yep.
Yep.
What do you got?
They love them.
What do you got food-wise? What about milks as well? You just sell
Yeah.
flavoured milks, yep.
Yeah, all our iced coffees on board, all your flavoured milks. We've got smoky dogs, all of your nibblies, pies, sausage rolls, chicken burgers.
Are you in the same joint, same place every day?
I generally do the same run, yeah.
Right.
What's a smoky dog?
A smoky dog, it's like a thick German sausage and it's wrapped in pastry. We add like barbecue sauce or sweet chili depending on, what your flavour is.
You charge extra for the sauce?
No.
I like that.
Condiments are free.
I like that.
Nice, Amy.
Respect the mundo on that front. I don't know how many smoky dogs you'd have to sell to make $3,000, but if you're smarter than Suze, you can win that right now.
Yep.
So good luck. Let's rip into it. Amy and the Smoko van at Caboolture. 30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. What type of hat is also the name of a Moroccan city?
Pass.
Which Australian state has yellow number plates?
New South Wales.
Which zodiac sign is represented by a pair of fish?
Pisces.
What sauce features in the title of a Christmas song by Paul Kelly?
Pass.
Spell intervene.
INTEVERENE.
What type of hat is also the name of a Moroccan...
Whoa! Sometimes
whoa.
Like a runaway horse.
You got to pull up the reins on me. It takes a while to sort of slow down because I'm in
just
that
the
groove.
Just the adrenaline pulsing through those veins of yours.
Thank you. You're welcome. You should work out more yourself. You went the distance, Amy. You went the distance.
I know, they were a little bit hard.
Yeah, a bit tough, and you passed on a few, so, no money left in the bank. But can I tell you some good news?
What?
There's no pantsing.
Yeah, hopefully.
No, I'm telling you.
I'm
telling you. I'm removing all doubt. There's no pantsing for Amy.
Okay, good.
At least one right.
All right. We'll see if you're good enough to win the $3,000, though. Gloria by Benson. Bringing the gimp.
G-I-M-P, bring that gimp. G-I-M-P, bring that gimp. I'm gonna shout it all night. Bring that gimp. I'm gonna shout it every day. Bring that gimp. Yeah. That gimp made me feel so good, yeah. All right. Feel so good, that gimp.
They're going to do a colour of a few of these, right?
Susie O'Neill! Hold the phone, Freddie!
Okay, $1,000 every time we play. So, Suze, if you can win this, it'll be worth $4,000 tomorrow
Uh-huh.
for the 8 o'clock hour.
I feel good because Lockie just escorted me
Yeah, well,
into
look,
the room.
Yeah, that's
we
because
were worried that you weren't coming
You
in.
weren't coming in, and Lockie wasn't concentrating, so Buzz is trying to go in there and get her.
Try and wave at him, wave
Yeah,
at
so
you.
that's
Usually
why-
Alicia just gets up and gets
Well,
you.
Alicia's very diligent. She always opens the door
She's
for
a
me.
great EP.
She's not here at the moment.
Lockie was probably too busy trying to find a throwback throwdown song for you for next week.
Cheater.
I'm going to keep doing that.
Wow.
Well, you still came last. Well, you technically came last, didn't you?
I give up on that game.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And she is.
A few other things.
Susie O'Neill.
Are you
few other
ready?
things.
30 seconds on the clock.
Come on, $3,000,
Yeah, come
Susan.
on. Your time starts now. What type of hat is also the name of a Moroccan city?
Kubra.
Which Australian state has yellow number plates?
WA.
Which zodiac sign is represented by a pair of fish?
Pisces.
What sauce features in the title of a Christmas song by Paul Kelly?
Gravy.
Spell intervene.
INTERVENE.
Stop clock.
Was that good, David?
7 seconds for Suze.
7 seconds left on the clock. I'll take a Tuco.
There was no major problems there.
Tight.
No triceratops.
What type of hat is also the name of a Moroccan city? Amy passed on it. Suze said, what did you say?
Kubra.
A Kubra.
Kubra.
It's Fez.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, Fez hat. They're those little sort of short brim hat situations that, people wear.
Did you know it was a Moroccan city?
No.
No? That's a tough question. First up, 0-0. Which Australian state has yellow number plates? Suze said Western Australia. Amy said New South Wales. Amy is correct.
Oh.
1-0. Amy, top of the third. Which zodiac sign is represented by a pair of fish? You both said Pisces. That is correct. Shout out to all the Pisces
I was
out
going to
there.
Google WA as well.
It's 2-2.
Suze knows the number
No,
plates.
2-1. 2-1.
Yeah, big on number
She's
plates.
big on number plates, mate.
What sauce features in the title of a Christmas song by Paul Kelly? We just spoke about Paul Kelly that he's touring
Yeah, how cool is
earlier in the week. Amy, you passed on it, and Sue said gravy. Haven't heard that one? Who's going to make the gravy?
It's iconic.
No.
You don't know that song?
There's a play coming out on it.
Hey,
Yeah, there is two.
No.
Yeah, it's
come
worth
on,
it.
it's
Maybe too young.
It's worth a
Oh,
listen.
Oh,
deep
play that
burn
card.
from Amy. Deep burn from Amy.
Give my love to Angus and to Frank and Dolly.
You never heard this, Amy?
Tell 'em all I'm sorry.
I don't think I have. I'm normally really good with older songs, but my dad was a DJ.
Oh, your old man will know it. Come on.
I know, he'll be so angry at me.
You're out there slinging smoky dogs. You should be listening to Paul Kelly as you're going along.
Not that I really care, but I think that WA.
Sounds like
I think you
Yeah.
do.
I think WA number
Sounds like
plates
you
are
care.
yellow.
Give us a squiz of Rudy.
Yeah.
Looks like it's from the 70s.
Well,
That's an old one, but WA definitely used to be at the very least. I don't know.
okay, someone
Said the WA plates are old, Suze. They're now blue. Who put that up there? Huh?
There's only one producer here.
Yeah, who else would put that up? There's only one of me here.
Well,
Oh,
no
geez.
need to show
Whoa,
attitude, mate.
okay, hang on a second.
Just answer it.
Everyone's got their ants in their pants.
How about you just answer the host? We didn't ask you for.
Hey, there's a chain here, buddy.
We
Holy
didn't ask
hell.
you for an editorial piece, buddy.
It's
Just answer the question.
it's 2-2. And the final question, spell intervene. INTERVENE. Sue's got it right. Suze wins 3-2.
Oh, no.
Amy.
Oh, Amy.
I gave it my best go.
You've obviously been through it, but what's a smoker van? Do you sell cigarettes?
You know, like
No.
Smoko van.
Smoko.
You know,
Oh,
meat
Smoko.
pies and
Food and drink.
Yeah, Smoko. Got it.
energy drinks are a big seller, I hear.
Oh,
Yep.
I imagine so.
$4,000 tomorrow at 8 a.m.
Can you drive
For
past
smarter
That's
than
the
Suze.
best seller, apparently, the energy drinks.
4,000.
$4,000 tomorrow.
Yeah, huge.
Okay, Caboolture. Do you get to Brizzy much there, Amy, or you're up in Caboolture mostly?
What was that, sorry?
Don't worry. I'll give you a double pass to Polo in the City, Saturday, November 16 at Dorrington
I can
Park
get
in
that.
Ashgrove. You will love that. I've been a couple of times. It is
Load her up, Lutzy.
fantastic.
We'll love it.
I'm going to give you a double. Oh, that's probably a bit hard for you because that's there. Oh, no, what I will anyway, just so I can give it a good plug. A double pass to tonight's opening night of Biff. Get there if you can, folks. The Brisbane International Film Festival, the Queensland premiere of Saturday night at the Paris Barracks, I should say. Hilarious comedy about the first ever broadcast of Saturday Night Live. I actually want to see that. That sounds good.
Yeah, I want to watch that. Make sure you watch the...
And The Red,
The Red,
which is another great Aussie film that's it's premiering at the Biff over the next week. It's an absolute cracker. Make sure you see that as well. And I'll also give you a $100 Maggie May voucher. So when you come into the Big Smoke, you can have a great afternoon/evening drinking cocktails and some great food at the gasworks there at Maggie May. Good on you.
Amazing, thank you.
Cheers, Amy. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.